Everybody, happy Friday. Welcome back to the Daily Profit Plan. Let's get started. Hey, how about this? I'll share my screen right away. I had some texts and emails yesterday when I was blabbering for a couple minutes without any screen share. So let's get the screen up. Chat's open. We're live on Zoom, live on YouTube, live on Twitter, formerly known as the artist formerly known as Twitter. All right. What's up, Catherine? Good morning. What's up, Linda? Hey, Stephanie. Happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. Futures market. Watching futures this morning, watching the CFD. This is live feed of SPX. We are trading a little bit higher this morning, 0.4%. 7,500 seems gettable. All-time high 75.15 or 75.17. Is the market capable of going after it today? I mean, it seems like it. So this is what I've been reading the tape all morning. 7,500, decent amount of gamma. Pretty adequate, pin price, but this obviously can change and shift. Looking at some expected move areas, we have a plus or minus 46.88 today. So I'll do that gap adjusted and see where that takes us. But right now we're looking at maybe levels and highs around the 75.30 zone and lows around the 74.20 zone. I want to see what those deltas look like, because if we open up at 80, this is about 40 points higher, and this would be a much lower delta on the put side because that'd be about 50 to 60 points lower. Positive gamma remains at 74.05, so anything above that's positive gamma. But seems like we may have some attractive leveling today around 7,500. So we will see. Chat's open. What's up, Chris? Good morning. Hey, Bob. How are you, man? Hey, Gil. Mark's here. What's up, Bruce? Eloise, Alan. Nice to see everybody today. Going into a holiday weekend. It's Memorial Day on Monday. No markets. No live session on Monday. So no daily profit plan, no prep. There's no markets to prep. So I'm trying to think on Monday. I think I'm just doing a recording on Monday. Yeah. So anyway, enjoy the weekend. But we got to tackle today. Let's see what happens. So how's the week? Daily profit play, pretty decent. We had a winner yesterday on daily profit play inside of my what was our strike? 65 was our strike. We actually, did a pretty good job. I wish I would have grabbed more premium out of that thing. I had that pending order defense wise at like, $7, $8, $9. It never filled. But we still grabbed $1.50 out of that yesterday. It was okay. I put together, the put fly had like a 5 or 10 cent debit. Call fly got filled for 5 cents. So I ended up having like $1.45 net profit. Good. Deanna just posted a Flashpoint Masterclass will be in the members area in the next 20 minutes or so. Excellent. So we had a long session yesterday. If anybody's in Flashpoint Income, we had about a 2.5 hour masterclass. I will admit, I covered a lot more bonus stuff than I really intended, because reason why is I felt we had our like 30 to 45-minute masterclass on Monday where I covered the core strategy, covered this is what I'm going to do every single day on Flashpoint Income. And so yesterday we went into a little bit more detail. We dove into the weeds a little bit, which was, trade sizing, scaling, using the probabilities in our favor. Also threw in a bonus trade on, like if you wanted to repair some trades to own the SPY and add some covered calls and stuff like that. It, like, again, if you're interested in ever owning the SPY, you have the capital to own the SPY and quickly repair things. Did a little bonus strategy on that. So yesterday's class was, I believe, over like 2 hours. But it's worth it. I'd say check it out, watch it, extract as much out of Flashpoint as you can. If you want to just be very straightforward, like what's the core strategy, watch your Monday masterclass from this week and watch your core strategy video. So when the alert comes out today, I'll just put it in my broker platform, pending order. Okay. But Deanna said we'll get that posted in the next 20 minutes or so that's good. What else? I did see that NVIDIA is still trading around 220. Is anybody still hanging on to a calendar spread from this week's newsbreakers on NVIDIA? I'm going to torture myself and look at it today, but more than likely, we grabbed like 60% profit out of that yesterday. I would imagine that today it's most likely going to show 100+%. But you had to be willing to hang on to it all day yesterday with some volatility. That late day surge we saw where the market was up. What just happened in Zoom? We still in Zoom? Give me AVN Zoom. Okay. All right. My app just looked like it froze up on me. Okay, we're good. Peter says no Zoom. Yeah, we're Zoom. We're in Zoom. We're in Zoom. We're in YouTube. We're everywhere. Thank you. Thank you. All right, cool. Okay. So anyway, Nvidia, like I said, I'm gonna torture myself and look and see what it's worth. It's probably worth 100+%. That was a close yesterday. Most likely today is open since we're still trading at 220 and it's that day of expiration. This is most likely going to be trading over $1. So a 45-cent debit that's trading for over $1 credit. There's your 100+% winner on Nvidia. But like I said, happy with 60%. It's fine. So we had a nice little winner on newsbreakers this week. Double up. I didn't have a trade yesterday. It was tough. I mean, the trade late in the day, I did see some pin candidates around like 74.40, 74.50. I literally looked at a 74.45 pin, but it was like a 1-to-1. And it would have been like risking, 750 to make 750, but that trade would have been pretty spot on because we closed at 7445 and the difference was you're off by about 73 cents. So, but it was only a 1-to-1. It wasn't the typical double ups where we can get, higher reward to risk. I didn't force a trade yesterday. It was very noisy. We had a lot of gamma yesterday, a lot of potential indecision with post Nvidia earnings and the markets. Markets did make a pretty robust move at 1 p.m. But it was kind of nice to see that markets were hitting those expected moves, coming back to find efficiency, staying within those levels that we talked about earlier in the day. And more importantly for me, Iron Condor worked out. We had a full winner there. I did have defense up around like the 70 handle. So if price were to go back up into like 65 or 70 and threaten that high of the day, we would have had some defense sitting there for, up to $1,000 as well. But defense didn't need. I mean, it didn't pay out. It was just it was a small debit that I lost, like 5 cents. But the Iron Condor as a whole won, so that was good. What else? Engineered options trade should be looking good. If we get up to some fresh highs today, we have a holiday on Monday. I mean, we have to make it a kind of a game time decision on engineered options. We should see both the participation trade and the break even trade in profit. If we get back up towards all time highs, we should see these trades both in profit. Okay. Question is, because of the expiration on Tuesday, I might just look at maybe take in profit, because if we come into for whatever reason, we come into like Sunday night, does futures open? Possibly, right? Monday's a holiday, so there's no trading, but we come into Tuesday trading. If for some reason the market is gapping lower, I'm hoping that it's not, but if the market's gapping lower, then it puts these trades in a little bit of jeopardy. Like right now, my participation trade is showing some profit. If we're going to get up to 745 today, this will show a little bit more profit, and the 740 should be showing higher profit. So net, if I grab the profit today, I don't think that's a bad way just to grab it, be safe. Don't worry about it for the weekend. We'll take fresh trades on Tuesday. Okay. So that's my thought for engineered options. We'll put another flashpoint trade in this morning. Look for the alert to come out around 9:35 or 9:40 a.m. Eastern time, and I'll put in those 2 pending orders as well. So again, where I'm looking at the market going today, also Project Options Edge added some fresh trades this week. New trade on Walmart, new trade on Domino's Pizza, new trade on Workday. Those were all filled this week. So on Flashpoint, pending orders coming in the next probably 30 minutes or so. Engineered options, I'll make a game time decision. If we do get up to, son of a biscuit, man, it's going to freaking 7,500 without us. Curses. That's for I wanted to like play that move today. I wanted to play that move. Now if I play, it's going to be an expensive like butterfly if I play the 7,500. We're going up. I mean, it's another like 7-8 points. So futures, shoot, there's another like 15 points of movement. I almost got long a little, MES future scalp, looking for that to gravitate towards 7,500 on SPX, but I don't know. We'll see. I might just take an iron condor, play some defense, and see if I can get a pin price later in the day. I mean, 75 looks like a pretty good candidate. I just don't know how the shifts. All-time highs at 75, 17. Do we poke those highs? Max pain for the dealers around 75, 40, 75, 45. So I want to see what those deltas look like today on daily profit play. Plus or minus, yes, 46.88. I put that in my expected move box here, 46.88. Okay, this weekend, since we also have Monday off, this weekend, what I plan to do, if anybody has purchased, it's a $20 indicator. If anybody purchased the expected move box for me, I have your email. Okay, my goal is to be finalizing my expected move box for all tickers, not just SPX, but all tickers, and hopefully getting similar visuals where you can plot it on your chart, take your information from your broker, any expiration you want, any ticker you want, and throw it on any chart. So the restriction on this one is this was pretty much coded in for SPX from opening bell to closing bell. So what I'm going to try to build is something similar, but you can throw it on any ticker. Okay. So if you'd like the expected move box, just send me an email, chrispulverpub@gmail.com. Send me an email, chrispulverpub@gmail.com. It's $20, and that's the one I use every single day with SPX. Okay, it looks like this. I just take the broker information, I plug it in right here in the expected move box. I also use I use box 2 because that's gap adjusted. So that way, if we have a gap up, it will take the gap up plus the expected move and use the previous day's close minus the expected move. That gives me a wider, safer area to trade my tops and bottoms. And usually what we see is very rarely will you see price going outside of this box, which is a safe way for us to trade daily profit play. It's a bit more conservative, but to me, it's like the safest way to kind of, trade our levels each day. Right. So like I said, that's $20. If you, and I will include the all ticker one as well. So if you purchase this one for $20, then I will, for the members that have already purchased it, I will add in that other box for TradeView and Thinkorswim. I just have to get those coded. So I've been playing around. The visuals have been annoying to me. I've been using Claude. I might switch it up a little bit, but it keeps giving me this like gray info box, and I'm like, get rid of the info box. And then it like moves it out to the side. It makes the font all crazy. It like won't just eliminate it. I want it to look like this, but just be able to plug it in for any ticker. So anyway, I'll figure that out over the weekend, and I'll send it out to anyone that has the expected move box. I'll just send you out a little follow up, and I'll finalize that next week. Okay. Can you update Telegram at the end of the trading day so we know positions are finished? I mean, in what? It's in member Telegram. So, I mean, if you have a trade with me on Daily Profit Play, you do have it in member Telegram. If I have a trade on double ups, you do have it in Telegram. If I have a trade on engineered options or Flashpoint, you do have it in Telegram. So if you're a member of my services, you have all the updates, start to finish, entry to exit. Public Telegram, I'm all I'm going to really do is say, hey, we won, So that's all. Daily profit. I didn't update it. Oh, well, we had a full winner. Oh yeah, I had the draft sitting right here. DPP end of day. I just needed end of day. $1.50 full winner. So less the 0.05 debit on call fly. It was a put fly, put broken wing, and I got plus 0.05 credit on call broken wing. So same. So I mean, I made $1.50 on the day. So I didn't do that in cash settled. But yeah, we had price. We need price to stay between 65 and above like 73, 73.15 or whatever the lows were. So the call side was tested, but it was nice to see that it was tested and rejected, and that was safe enough to get our full profit. All right. Telegram has AI, and it's driving me crazy. It keeps like deleting my draft, and it keeps like asking me to retype stuff, which is being super annoying. I'm not sure how to calculate in the box or the other tickers like NVIDIA. Do you have I mean, look at your broker platform. You want to see whatever the box is, you take the expiration. So look at your asset, okay? and look at your expiration and find your implied volatility move over here. So this plus minus is that box. So for example, when I went to SPX today, okay, right now we have a pre-market at 46.88. If you can see this on my screen. So 46.88 right here. So I take that 46.88 and I plug that into my expected move box. That will take it gap adjusted. So we're going to open up around 0.52% higher. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? So we're 86. Futures are up over 7. I mean, dang it, that's up 10 points. I was looking for a scalp this morning on futures. Anyway, I take that information inside the broker, I plug it into this box, and that's how I'm going to get my gap adjusted opening bell. So that's where you're pulling the information. You go to your broker, find your expiration you're interested in trading, and then draw it out. Now, I've said this on the expected move box. Remember, the expected move box is a ballpark. It's where most of the distribution should fall. Individual stocks are going to have far more inefficiency than the index. Indexes are heavily controlled, and I'm not going to say manipulated, but they're heavily controlled and they're highly efficient. So that's why I prefer to be trading, XSP, SPX. I think S&P is a little bit more efficient than Nasdaq even. So I tend to do a lot of my index trading on S&P. But you could do the same thing on the Dow or the Russell. But typically, like between Nasdaq and S&P, most of your efficiencies are going to be in there. Individual stocks will work, but it would be, you'd almost want to see if there's some skew, like with something like a semiconductor, like a SanDisk or Western Digital, where you had those like high runners the last like 30, 45 days. Maybe looking at like, what is my call side expect to move? If the IV rank is at, when we traded, I'm trying to think what it was. Even Target. Who remembers trading Target with me? Target, the IV rank was like 85 when we traded this week, and now it's 19.7. So there's a huge buildup into going into earnings, and Target traded like right around our center price, and we grabbed a little profit out of that. So, earnings season now with NVIDIA out of the way, a lot of earnings stuff is dying off. We had Walmart yesterday. We had NVIDIA this week, obviously. And earnings season's kind of, calming down. And we'll get into, next quarter, I guess. But that'll heat up when? July, August? July primarily is where we're going to see the next earnings rounds. So, yeah, just using that expected move is what's going to help. Link in Zoom doesn't bring you to the show. Well, somebody messed it up then. What does it bring you to? Okay. Well, in the public telegram right here, so whatever this link is this just a newsletter thing? Massive shift, check. Is this, so 2 p.m., 9 a.m.? Let me see what this, so this goes to, where's this open up to? A newsletter page. So maybe they didn't even post the link this morning for my daily profit plan. Oh, it's a link. I'll be live at 9 a.m. Join the meeting. Okay, so all right, Jesus, just get people in the live session, would you? All right. All right, sorry. Yeah, I get it. But if so, you click on the link. It's attached to a newsletter. Team works hard on this stuff, but there is your link for the live session. Yeah, honestly, I would have looked over it too. Like you're looking at this, like I want to get in Chris's live session, but the link's right there. All right. Anyway, we do have news at 10 o'clock. It's U of M sentiment this week. This has been it's almost been laughable how poor the sentiment is. Look at AAII sentiment as well. It's still showing bearishness. Now, for good reason. It's like until yesterday, there was no resolution to the Iran-US conflict. Yesterday, it seems like there's a resolution. The market ran with it at 1 o'clock Eastern time, 1 o'clock p.m. The market had a nice little pop to the upside. And then this morning, we're creeping up towards 7,500. Is it possible that we get there? Do we poke all-time highs today? It's all possible. So, is resolution here? Is it a buy the rumor, sell the news? Maybe. I have no idea. Is the market due for a pullback? Sure. We see every chart and it's like, yeah, it looks like a pullback. right? But that pullback could also be, do we poke highs first, right? Do we poke highs first and then have more consolidation, right? Does that consolidation actually break and go down to a measure move at all before we have another run higher? I don't know, right? But a zero DT would just try to plan out the day and figure it out. All right. So we'll see. But today's reading, my expected move is dynamically changing a little bit. Now we're at 79. All right. So I mean, it looks like 75 wants to be tested. This might give us a little bit of a trade this morning on double ups. If we, head back up to 75 today, I just don't want to be left. I mean, I want to make it cheap. If I take a trade here, that's going to be like a butterfly spread for double ups. I want it to be cheap enough where, okay, what's my risk? Couple $100 maybe. And then we have HVL all the way down here. This could be dirt cheap if I took a butterfly spread down here as well. That'd be a huge disappointment if we fall to 7,400 today. But it would be a very inexpensive way to grab a good profit. So if I'm thinking double ups, 7,500, 7,400, and looking to see if price will fill up, for a better butterfly and pin price later in the day. But at least for where I think the puck is going, do I think we get up to 75 and maybe hit 75.15? All-time highs around 75.17. So if there's enough positive flow city to get us up there, maybe poke those highs and then maybe settle back down around 7,500. That could be an interesting plan for the day. I see. I heard the Iran news was fake. I mean, market didn't seem to take it as fake when it runs at 1:00. I mean, there was stuff out of like Iran Supreme Leader, Israel, U.S. that there's some type of resolution, something going on with uranium enrichment. I honestly I didn't read it. I haven't. I think it's just it's when the news comes out like this or breaking news is intraday. I mean, it is honestly it's more inconvenient than anything else because it's disruptive to like this is daily flows, right? Like this move yesterday when we saw this move, that was a 60 almost 70 point move in about an hour. I mean, we watch this stuff every single day and the market was expecting a, 58 point move from start to finish and inside of the opening bell to close, market only moved about 38 points. So we ended up seeing an efficient day, but it was like that's a very inefficient move. Fortunately, the, market makers and efficiency still remained. Right? All right. Do we have an Andrew that's Andrew's losing his mind? Where's Andrew? What's the point of this webinar? Well, I mean, Andrew, if you don't like my style, dude, then go find somewhere else to go. It's Friday. I mean, I've been grinding all week. We've been making money all week. So what's the deal, dude? You know, come in and hate on the show when we've got hundreds of members that come in here every single day. If you stick around for a week or two, you'll see that we trade. So what's the point of the webinar? Trading. So anyway, I don't know. I guess having 3 or 4 nights of little sleep is made me a little testy today. But I mean, we're in a good spot and you'll have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of members to tell you the same thing. But if you're here for the first time checking it out, yeah, I get it. I talk fast and I move around because I've got a lot of stuff to entertain while we're making decisions, prepping for opening bell. Tom, sure, I'll post that in the chat. Chris Pulver Pub. All right. So we are in positive gamma 7405. Gamma level that seems gettable magnetic would be 7,500. Expect to move right now. Calculations with like standard deviations, deltas. I'll get this stuff all planned out in the morning. I'm looking at a plus minus 46.88. Interesting kind of calculation here, like the 75.30 to 35. I want to see where that delta is this morning as far as my iron condor or my daily profit play. So this is looking for like 75.30, 75.35, and the put side around 74.30. Now I still see the positive negative gamma pivot at 74.05. So that would be a lower delta. But just in case the market has some crazy, wild slide up its sleeve where it's going to drop, 70, 80 points, instead it's like, could it rally just 20, 30 points? You know, Obviously, if I'm trading iron condor, I want to stay out of the way. Okay. So we open here in 3 minutes. So a couple things, just order business, looking for trades on daily profit play. I might take a quick stab at a double ups early in the day. Um, Again, it's like skate to where the puck is going. I think if we're opening up around 80 or so, do we have flows that take us up into 75 or higher? I might look at something. We've done this before. When it looks like we have a decent level above, 7,500, I might look at a butterfly that's like 75.05 or 10. Try to get some 20 wide up here. If price heads up towards that window, inside that little profit trap, it might be able to turn, let's say to $2 to $3 of max risk into maybe, $100 to $150 of profit. That's early in the day. If it was looking to see if I can pin it there all day, then we'd have like a 5 to 1 or 6 to 1 opportunity. But my initial thought would be, if we are heading up towards this level, if we have profit offered, I might just take it. Right? I might just take it. I do need to make an executive decision on engineering options. Yes, if we're going to go up to some fresh highs today, like 7,500 S&P, or that'd be 745 on XSP, we will have 2 trades that are in profit. I might make that decision to just take the profit today, not worry about the weekend, even though markets are closed on Monday. I want to see what our total is. If I'm up, I'll say this: my max profit on engineered options, my max profit for my week, since we got filled on participation and break even trades, my max profit's $150. If I'm up $100 today, I'm going to sacrifice that $50 and not worry about it over the weekend, because I'd have to sit and wait all the way to Tuesday and see if it's still around, 745 or so for me to make money. So if we fall off of, I guess if we're going to 7,500, that'd be a 750 XSP, which gives me some wiggle room, right? But I want to see price like stay there by Tuesday, and that's a long time just to hang out. All right. Okay, Andrew, I'd happily entertain an email, dude. I mean, I'm just not sure what you're trying to accomplish by telling me that you can't follow or it's too confusing. It's like, look, man, I do the same stuff every single day. The reason I run this 2-hour session for everybody is because I've got a lot of classes and I'm going to touch on some stuff, but it is very much concentrated and we are trying to trade. So if you're going to get anything out of me, it's way less sales crap and it is way more focused on trading. But yes, I'm jump around highlighting programs because they're all different ways to tackle the market. All right. So markets are up, gaps higher, charts are going off. We're at fresh highs on the Dow. There's a rip right away. All right. So double ups. I'm going to see if I can get something right around this 75.05 or 10. I'm looking at it kind of aggressively here. Let's go to May 22nd for the expiration today. So is it cheap enough to trade like a 75.10? I might look at the call fly. Let's go 30, 90. What's that max risk? Okay. Let's see if we get up there. 75.10. That makes it pretty cheap. So can we get up to, I might do this. 350 debit. It's getting a little bit cheaper here. Let's see if we get like a 325 debit. I'm going to go butterfly spread. Just don't reject. I want to see it at least try to poke 7,500 today. It's just so early, right? I mean, if we poke 75 in the first 30 minutes, it's an okay trade, but it's so early in the butterfly spread that it doesn't really give us a ton of profit. I hate feeling like we're going to chase this thing, but let me get like let's try a 350. I'd like it to be cheaper, but 350 debit. This is going for double ups. And damn it, it defaulted to another trade. All right, let's try that again. So I'm going 10, 90, 30. Okay, let's see if I get like a 350 debit here. Not filling. Let's try 55. This is max risk on the butterfly spread if it fills. Come on. All right, just got filled for 370. Double up's coming out. I'll look at a daily profit light here in a moment. So double up. Looking at a butterfly spread today. All right, double up members coming out right now. That is a 74.90, 75.10, and 75.30. 370 debit. I'm going to say I'm looking for like 30 to 50% return or higher. Just depends on how quickly we get to 7,500. If we get there, I mean, based on what I'm seeing on the gamma readings today, we're probably looking to get there today. Okay, is the market able to poke fresh highs, which is 75.15, 75.17. That's why I put my spread a little bit higher. Center price is around 75.10. So if we get to 7,500, 75.10, we can see a couple bucks on that trade. That could be pretty good. So I'll set a chart alarm at 7,500. We can spot check that one in a minute. Now I want to look for some daily profit play. Flashpoint income's coming in about 5 more minutes. Okay, good fill, 360, good fill, good fill. Yep. All right, let's go daily profit play. Let me take a look at my deltas this morning. So here is my number for my expected move. 75.24, that's gap adjusted. And we're getting up here towards the 35 and 40. I'm going to look at like the 35. I might go 40 by 50. Let's see what a 40 by 50 looks like. 40 by 50. And down here, 40 by 30. I'm going to go 30 by 20. See what that looks like on the day. 30 by 20. 30 by 20. I mean, that's a decent amount of premium. Pulling a $1.80 out of a 10 wide. I don't mind that trade. Let me see if I can be not offended by the premium going a little bit lower. So 10 and 0. Okay, I'm going to take this trade here. What's 45 by 55? Still getting over $1. This is a pretty safe $1.20, $1.15, $1.20. I'll take this for daily profit play. All right, just got filled for $1.15 on daily profit play. Stop AI in my freaking draft. Telegram. All right, DPP. New trade. Today's the 22nd. Pulling in $1.15. 75, 45, 10 wide. And 74, 10, 10 wide. $1.15 credit. All right, so I got some skin in the game on daily profit play. I might be looking at some defense. I might actually take another trade up here as well. That's 10 wide. 10 wide. Give me $1 plus on this one. Let me see if I can get $1. Yeah, give me $1. I'm going to take another $1 out of this and throw some more risk at it. So I'm going to go another $1. Actually, you know what? If we get some direction, I'm going to go $1.50. Make this a little bit richer. Okay. So one order's in, one order's pending. If I want the $1.50, I might have to go a little bit wider, but actually, you know what? That doesn't really let me play defense. I'm trying to think. Will it let me play defense? I guess I'd have to overlap strikes if I want to play defense. I'll keep it just pending for right now. All right, so trades in for a buck 15. And let's take a look and see if we have our flashpoint coming out yet. No live alert yet on flashpoint. We had a masterclass link that was from yesterday. Okay, so we are grinding up a little bit higher. Let's take a quick peek at that double up. I know that it's super early. Gosh, I that was my only concern, is that we're going to move to 7,500 right away. We'll look at engineered options as well. So let me grab my 370 debit, which is 74.90 by 75.10 by 75.30. So this is double up. This one is my daily profit play. All right, so double up's up, $40 right now. We're trading at 95. If we get to like 7,500, 7,505, I might just grab the quick profit out of that trade. I mean, I want it to be like, oh, we should just hold on to it and pin it all day. I don't know if we're going to hang out there all day. So, I mean, 7,500 looks gettable. It just seems like we're in all positive gamma. But as the day unfolds, I mean, you know as well as I do how much this can change. So this looks like a candidate, but it's like, do we have 75-25 growing or 75-75 growing? I don't know. It's too early to tell. Okay, flashpoint triggered. Just printed in Telegram, so I'll take a look at that as well. Let me have a look here. Prepping the day. Take a screenshot. Today is the 22nd. I'm just saving some screenshots. I'm doing an interview on Monday, so they want me to share some screenshots. All right, we're at 96 right now. Flashpoint comes in. Pain point 73.81. All right, I'm going to get those two orders in for pending orders. This is going to be out until, I believe this is going to be a Wednesday expiration. Let me make sure that's correct. So if we want 2 trading days, remember that it's Friday, 2 trading days for Flashpoint. I'm going to update this in Telegram. So this is 1 trading day. This is 2 trading days. I would be choosing the 27th expiration. Okay. So I'm going to update this and see. Need to let Wares know this is Wares. Today's Flashpoint alert should be 5/27 expiration, 2 trading days. All right, I'm just going to make a note Telegram really quickly. Note for today's Flashpoint levels, I'm using the 5/27 expiration since Monday is a holiday with no trading. 5/27 expiration equals 2 trading days. Okay, so I'm going to go to the 27th and follow my levels. So I'm going SPX. We talked about this more in the masterclass yesterday. My pain point is 73.81 and 73.45. I mean, the likelihood of those getting filled are low today, but my gosh, it'd be a heck of an entry if we got it filled. So 74.10, 10 by 15 for a 255 debit. Good for the day. And the 73.55, 73.55 by 60. Go 2 contracts there. And that is a 280 debit. 280 debit, good for the day. And in. All right. So pending orders right there. Again, unlikely going to get filled unless we have some real pain to the downside today, which to be determined. But good for the day. But I'm using the 5/27 expiration because of the holiday on Monday. Okay, let's have a look at engineered options. So XSP, let me see where we're at price-wise. Double up's up $10. All right, let's see if we can get over that 7,500 hurdle. XSP, right now, I'm up over $100 between the two. I mean, we're trading at 750. Is price going to fall to 74.40 today? I would hope not. If we hang out towards the end of the day, let me build this out really quickly. Let's build out. Do I have option omega in here? Yes. Okay, let's build this out. So this is XSP, and I'll add in the chain. So this expiration is out to the 26th. I have the 739, 740, 739, 740. Oops, that's actually credit spread, sorry. So 740, 739. And then I have the 44 and 43. 44 and 43. Take this to, let's go today, end of day. So Friday at 4 p.m. I'm just looking to see like where we are at. I mean, this is my break-even price. I guess the easier thing to read this is like, what's the probability of profit on these current trades with the expiration? If we go out to Tuesday's expiration, look at the Tuesday XSP. This is probably the bigger key to whether or not I want to hang on to this trade over the weekend. Right now, our participation trade is sitting about a 72% chance of profit, and our break-even trade is much higher with about an 83% chance of profit. If we hold it all through expiration, we still have a 72% chance and an 83% chance these will close for full profit. Okay, so I like it more for our break-even trade to pay us $100, or it'd be a winner for me for $100 by Tuesday. This one, I mean, it has a 73% chance, which is fine. But right now, the difference is, okay, I can max out for my trade size. I can max out about $150, and I'm currently showing like right at 100. I'm up about $110 right now. Well, I guess about $100. Yeah, it's about $100. So the question for me is, do I want to sit in this all day and see what it looks like at the end of the day? Because if I have my max profit is 150, and today, like this afternoon or today near the closing bell, if I'm greater than $100 of profit pretty safely, I might just take it, walk away, not worry about the max profit by Tuesday and have to sit on it all day. I might just take it today and clock it in as another winner. Okay. But if the market is interested in any way poking some fresh highs today, I mean, man, I feel like we went pretty high on our call side today, didn't we? $45 and $55. So if I went 50, 60, I might put it just another. I can play some defense in here. I'm going to throw in another trade for $1 on daily profit play. Yeah, give me that like dollar. Give me $1.50. Well, I'll do this. I'll take another dollar. And then the trade that filled, take this one for $8. This one for $8. I'll play some defense with a second trade at those levels, and I'll put in maybe a broken wing butterfly as well. But let's see if we get to like 75, 75.05. If the market's gunning for all-time highs today, that's going to be a run to 75, 10, 15 area. Hopefully that's enough to get us another, poke in profit on our double up trade. Right now, there's a quick $40 to $45 of profit. I'd like to see this up. I mean, $100 would be great. Taking $100 out of 370. It's 27% winner. It's not awesome, right? I obviously want to make a lot more money on a butterfly spread, but I mean, it's quick enough that if we're trading this thing for the first 30, 60 minutes of the day and it gives us, I mean, you can see prices jumping around, but could I grab a quick $100 out of that today? I hope so. Do you keep, no, not necessarily, Rob, not for the structure today. Probably not for the structure today. It's because 7,500 is so It just seems so easy to get early in the morning that we might have a hit of 75. I'm just curious, like, do we hit 75 and continue to kind of float, 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 try to find some fresh highs? I mean, look, this level up here. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. Like the max pain point for the dealers is 75.45. I'm looking at this area like we might want to play some defense up near this like 50 to 60 handle. So that's a 50 to 60. I might have to play some freaking defense on that thing and try to pin something around 60, 65. I mean, I certainly hope we don't stay above that. I want to get some defense up there. So I might have to get creative, but let's see if we can pull a quick profit out of double ups. If we get to 74.95 or 75.05, this might be showing a little bit more profit. And that's kind of what I'm looking at this morning for double ups. Okay, flashpoint alert, Dave. It's in your Telegram. It should have been posted. Oh shit! You know what, Deanna? I don't think that Jordan was able to post it this morning. Can you pull that flashpoint and post it for members? Hang on. I'm just going to copy the link to you if you can get it to copy over for one-click trading. So copy over. And in the alert for you, I'm going to update. I'm going to update the expiration using the 5/27 because of the holiday. So that gives us 2 trading days. So I'm sending this to you right now, and that can get into one-click trading. Sorry, I forgot that Jordan was out today. So Deanna, this is falling to you, but hopefully I'm not forgetting any of the 27th expirations. 27. Okay. All right. That alert just got posted for you, Deanna. Throw that in one-click trading for me, please. And I did update the expirations to the 27th. And what I want to talk about for engineered options is, okay, EGO update, current XSP trades. We have the participation, which is a 7.4. Uh, 744 by 743. And the break even, which is a 740 by 739. So we have about a 73% probability of profit. And like an 83% chance profit on the break even. My max profit is $150 for the 2 trades. If near end of day, I'm showing greater than $100 profit, I will likely close, bank the winners, and look at fresh trades next week. Okay. David should be coming into one-click trading. Yep. I mean, they're pending orders. So, yep, it just got posted. Look, check like 30 seconds in one-click trading. It just got posted. Jeff says was over that yesterday, so took profit happily. Never had a losing week for engineered options since I joined. Great program, understand. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, if we book the profits, that's going to be. I mean, we just keep increasing our wins on the groups. Yep. So that's a great copy there. Thanks, Jeff. Let me go to engineered options here. So if we have another winning grid, then that would put us at 18 of 19 weeks positive. 18 of 19 weeks. We're trading 94.7% of our stack trades for engineered options are profitable. That's awesome, man. Considering the dispersion that happened earlier this year, that is fan-freaking-tastic for making net profits with that service. That's engineered options. And I would put, Flashpoint right up there. It may not have the crazy high win rate like that, just because we have the infrequency and the pain prices that happen. But I would still love to see those zero DT flows that get us back into those winners on Flashpoint up to 75 to 80% winners. Okay. So let's see. Did we just? Oh man, we were really close to that 75. I mean, don't reject off it now. Okay. I mean, hopefully what I see for the morning is just more of this. More volume, more gamma, more pin opportunities around 7500, because the later in the day, that we can creep up to 75 and linger there, the better our trade's going to look for double ups. So for example, this morning's double up, if it's noon and we're hanging out at 7500 to 7505, that trade's going to be worth a lot more money than the first, 23 minutes of trading. So let's see if price can get back to 75.05. Let's see if we can maybe creep up above that. But right now, it looks like a decent candidate for maybe a pin later. It's hard to know if it's going to hang out there all day. So, like I said, if I'm up $100 to $150 on double ups, I'll probably take it and just call it a Friday and try to wrap up with a little bit of income on daily profit play, add a little bonus for double ups, and have a good day. Flashpoint. All right. So one click trading. Check your alerts. It should be there, right? I'll log in. It's there. Okay. Flashpoint alerts, new alert. It's there. And I changed this, so I modified the alert. And like I said, usually this is coming out way faster. The team member that usually posts this immediately when the alert comes out was out today, and I forgot about that. So Deanna had to post it for me. But this is correct. It's in, and they're pending orders, so you have it. You can follow along, place pending orders. Yep. All right. Thank you, Deanna. Okay. Chart alarm. Just shy of 7,500. I mean, my chart alarm is right there. Let's see if we go to 75.05 as well. Just see if the market wants to kind of grind up through that 75 handle today. All-time highs at 17. That's kind of also what I'm not banking on it. Obviously, that's silly, but it's like I would suspect that the market is right here within a whisper of those all-time highs, that it's like flow, 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 flow. Try to get to those all-time highs. Maybe poke a 19th all-time high. That could work out very well for us in daily profit play. Or I'm sorry, double ups. So hopefully we'll just kind of hang out and linger around the 7,500 for most of the morning. Give our double ups a chance to hopefully grab a couple of bucks. Okay, good stuff. Evan, are you my IBM person that keeps asking me? I swear the last couple of weeks, maybe it is you. Somebody's asking IBM. IBM. Oh, look at that pop. Damn it. So when we looked at IBM, I talked about this support at like $200, right? Decent support coming back to the same like liberation day lows. I was looking at a trade way out here towards like 160, 165. Let me take a look. I mean, I don't have a trade on it right now, but let's see something. IBM. Let's look at the. I mean, Snowflake looks really good. 22 times earnings. I mean, on paper, fundamentally, it looks pretty strong. That's a huge surge out of nowhere. This thing's up $50. I mean, that's a run up of 24% in the last couple of days. Could I see it being I mean, this is kind of in the same vein as like looking at Microsoft, where we had a pretty decent correction. Is this something I'd want to say I could safely hang on to like 160? I mean, I'd look at IBM like probably like a Project Options Edge, which is, can I get some income down here towards like a 160 area? This is 2024. I mean, the scary part is COVID was way back here at $100. So I don't think that I'm going to be comfortable. I don't think I'm going to get the credit that I want to go back to like COVID lows. But let's look back here. This is like 2022. I mean, a 120. Let's see what it looks like. How's the Ivy rank in this thing, by the way? Decent. decent IV rank. Let's go to December, January. Yeah, this premium just dries up really, really quickly. So, 140-ish area, you can see that it gets less and less attractive. If you did like a 160 by 150, and this isn't a terrible trade. Get a $10 profit trap, still make $150. I got to hold it for, the rest of the year essentially. But there's a 96% chance of profit. I think we stay safe as an income trade. Would IBM falter, or is IBM going to be doing everything it can to possibly stay in the AI relevant? $1 billion to the US government. I mean, they will start a new company for quantum computing called Andron. Not yet, Catherine. Not yet. I haven't put any defense in for daily profit. Not yet. I mean, on that note, I kind of do like it. Then, I mean, sure, the market injects some capital into it. Could IBM run to the highs? I don't care. I mean, give me an income trade. Safe income is if the government's going to kind of put a bid in IBM and it just stays above this level, I'm going out of the way, out of the money. I'll allocate a couple of bucks towards it, try to pull in $150. This to me is pretty safe. If I wanted to go, 170, 160, I'll make $200. Probably the profit still remains pretty high. This to me, for the trade-off of, making $150, if it fills, I mean, that's kind of the question is, will this fill? Let's try $1.55. So if I take this trade from margin account, let's go margin accounts. 155. I mean, that was really easy, actually. So 155, I'm going to try another order and try to get a few more cents. Let's try 165. 165 got filled. Let's keep playing around with this. Let's try 175. All right, 175 is not filling. So let me kind of figure out where the sweet spot is to get filled in this trade. 170. 165 again. Okay, 165 is filling. Project Options Edge, that's a trade. 165 on a ratio spread, 160 by 150. I'll put that in the chat. Let's go. All these will be my margin accounts. Getting some love in this guy. Okay, 165 is filling. So that's the spot that I want to be at. Okay. The good thing is I have no problems getting filled there. And literally I say that and then one doesn't fill. Try 164. Okay, 164 is getting filled. So that one didn't take. So let's go next trade. All right, Project Options Edge. New trade. I'm going out to the January 15th, 27 expiration, buying the 160, selling the 150, $1.65 credit. Filled. 164 also filled. The 165 won't. This is a ratio spread for IBM. Probability of profit is like 94%. We're at 96%. Chance of assignment is 5%. Most likely, if the $1.65 credit shows less than, I'd say like 30 cents debit, I'll close early and protect, 80 to 90% max credit. Okay. Expiration. Yeah, it's in the alert, Joe. I'm doing the 527 for Flashpoint. Okay. Hawkish Fed chat. I mean, is it driving markets lower? All right. Well, let's see if we can get. Let's see if we can still get this sticky 7,500 today. It's not going away, so I'm still taking some evidence here where it's like, well, if we just kind of linger, 7,500 could be peppered a couple times today. That should be looking better for double ups. I mean, that's what I want. Obviously, in my daily profit play, I want price to stay, above and below certain levels. Let's see what happens for our range on the day. I might look at some defense here. All right, let me get these trackers updated. Nvidia dumped to 216. Oh, crap. That's fast. That is fast, actually. Did it dump, really? 216. Wow, look at that. So it slipped a couple dollars on Nvidia. Let's see if Mags is slipping, by the way. Little slip on Mags. SMH, well, there's still some resilience. If you got SMH poking higher, SOXX poking higher to all-time highs, actually, then there's some. I mean, there's still some hope that the market's being driven by the AI stuff. I looked at a Wisdom Tree quantum computing thing earlier today. Wisdom Tree is WQTM. This thing's running hot. Like the news yesterday. I don't even know what the news was on quantum computing. I could probably just read a newsletter on it, but I just saw it was popping up and making headlines yesterday. So we had Iran, US, some type of resolution, quantum computing stuff happening. Semiconductors are up on the day. Oops, SOXX. Mags is retreating just a tiny bit. It's flat from yesterday's close, but we'll see. Let's look at other mags. I mean, Apple's up to fresh all-time highs. Broadcom, no. Google, no. Meta, green on the day. Microsoft, flat. Nvidia, down. I mean, it's after earnings. It's not a huge surprise. Anyway, I'm just glad we took our profit on that. Tesla, flat. All right. So Mags is really flat for the day. But semis are hanging in there. So we're at 78 right now. Come on. This is the one thing that just has me a little bit somewhat concerned. It's like, are we going to give a lot of this back today? That'd be a crazy, crazy crappy day, right? But it'd be dirt cheap. If I did it, so this is for double ups, but if I did a double up trade down here, it is dirt cheap, unlikely to be a profitable trade. But if some reason this market decides to give back this news from yesterday and come all the way down here, that trade is going to be extremely profitable. So let me see what a 7,400 looks like. HVL is at 7,405. I've just got to entertain it. I hope it's really cheap, like $1.50 or less. So 74. I mean, there's very little evidence to show we're going anywhere outside of there's max pain down here. This would be a horrendous change for the day, but I don't want to be caught flat-footed if it's like, well, 75.05 looks like crap now, right? Or 75.10 looks like crap now, but now, maybe this 74.05 is somewhat gettable. It should be very cheap. So 74.05, that's my put side for daily profit play. It would be really cheap if I traded a call butterfly. I can sprinkle it on both sides. I'm going to go 74.05, 20 wide. Look at that for $1. I'm happy. I'll happily risk $1 to see if this thing could pay, 19 times. I'll take $1, $1.05 and see if we can get lucky. That should be enough that if that even comes in the ballpark of coming down to like 74.20 or 74.10 today, that trade should more than cover the risk of our call fly that we did earlier this morning. So double ups, you get another trade. It's kind of a lottery play, but if something happens where the market gives back a lot of crap today and we're falling to like, HVL, which is at 74.05, that's my positive negative gamma pivot. If we fall all the way down there, that trade cost me 95 cents. So it's a double up, low probability, but the positive negative gamma pivot level. So that is the 522 expiration, 7425. I'm doing calls so I can stagger it in so it doesn't interfere with my daily profit play. That also will serve as some defense for me on daily profit play. And then sell the 7405, 7385. So that was a 95-cent debit, max risk. This gives me 2 butterfly spreads for the day. I'll look for net profit between the two. Okay, for now. Obviously, price can do whatever it wants to do. This 20 wide butterfly will serve as defense. I mean, I'm risking $885. This one can pay up to $1,900. So that's enough to play some defense. Let's see if our daily profit play. Where did it go? So the one that I sprinkled in, 74.10. Okay, so that one's pending. This one is not filled for $1 yet. I need a similar order here for. I'm going to go. Well, I don't want to overlap it. I think I'm just going to play defense on one of them. All right, that should free me up with a little bit more spacing. All right, so that's a daily profit play. This is daily profit play. This is my butterfly around the 7,500 pin. All right, I'm liking this. So if you're wondering what the heck we're doing here today, daily profit play. As long as price stays below 75, 45, and 55, that's my call side, and it stays above 74.10. So I'm going to mark this on my chart. So as long as we are above 74.10, so 74.10 and below 75.45, make sure that's correct. 45, yeah. So 74.10, 75.45. So I need price to stay inside of this. It says 310 debit. What? On what? Lennon's saying 310 debit on alert. I don't what course? I just typed in double up. That was a 95-cent debit. I did a 370 debit. That's for the 75.10. I'm looking at the 95 cents for a 74.05. That's 20 wide. So this one's very cheap. This one was kind of chasing that 7,500 gamma, seeing if we still try to poke these highs today, which we might. We might not. We might slip back and fill the gap here at 45 as well. I have no idea. But evidence today, as long as this 7,500 remains intact, we want to see if the market gets some flows to try to revisit it. And the later this happens in the day, the better for us. So 310 debit, Lennon. I'm not sure where that alert is. Yesterday's Walmart trade is up right now, but it's way out there. Yeah, that was that the naked. That's the naked put one we did, right? Yeah, Dell today. So we're getting some like where it's like the legacy companies are getting some love. Like, look at this Dell Technologies, crazy. So like, I mean, this is encouraging, right? If Dell's up like this, IBM might do the same thing. I bet Gateway still wishes it was a computer. I mean, it's interesting. Like, how is Microsoft, not getting a bid when it's like IBM and Dell are running the way that they are, and Microsoft's like, we're not there yet. Everyone hates on Copilot. Yep, 2 billion across the board. So IBM. I mean, yeah, it's like if the government's gonna jump on and treat IBM and Dell like we're doing with Intel, then yeah, there's probably some legs to those for 80 cents, Steve. Yeah, that's good. And again, man, it's a low probability trade. It's more with the open space here. If somehow, and this would be a really disappointing day, if the market falls down here, I mean, that's going to pay very, very well. But we're going to see a lot of the structure for the week is given back. You know, which makes me also want to take a look at right now. Let's take a look at the XSP because for engineered options, am I still up $100? I am up like literally $100. I hate to do this, but if I'm up $100 out of 150, I'm pulling in 66% of the max credit. I can sit and hold this thing longer. Okay. I don't know. I mean, again, I have $100 in my hand. Do I take it right now? Or do I ride this out all day and then see what happens? Like if the market is down to 74.50, my participation trade is going to be flat with no profit. And I have to sit over the weekend and think, is this going to work? Or are we going to continue to sell off a little bit next week? I don't know. So if I'm obviously contemplating, taking profit, I can sit on it all day. I'm still going to take the profit early. I know I'm still going to take the profit early by the end of the day. So to me, the trade-off is if I grab the money now, I take $100. That's 66, 67% of max credit, and I walk away. We have another winner, and we'll come into a fresh trade next week. So I think the better trade is let's take it. If I get filled in a flashpoint for rebound trade, great. That's a nice reflexive rally. Let me close this thing down for a couple of bucks. So I'm going to take the profit here. It might just be around, shit, it's right there at like $94 now. Yep. Let me see. Let me look. I'm just going to keep an eye on some gamma here. It's just a lot of space between, 75 and 74. Obviously, the market's like, yeah, we're just going to take some profit. You know, Nvidia's in, Nvidia's down. I mean, good thing is semiconductors are up a little bit, but Nvidia at 5-ish trillion and it's down, 10 bucks from the center price this week. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on this. I'm not going to close it yet. If I close it now, it's going to be about $95. I'm going to try to, I don't know, I'm going to be firm and try to hang on this a little bit longer to see if I can grab $100 by the end of the day. Okay. Barbara said a debit spread, SPX 7410, 7415 is net debit 90 cents. Yeah, but you put in a pending order, Barbara. You don't take the trade at 390. What are you talking about? You're talking about Flashpoint? Yeah, I mean, you don't take the trade for 390. Follow the alert, put in a pending order. So my pending orders for SPX are it's like a 255 debit and a 280 debit. So I'm putting those in good for the day pending orders. I'm not taking those trades at these prices. I need price to come to me. I want price to come to me. Okay. Mark, senior comment there on YouTube, man. That's awesome. Great. I mean, great week. Sounds like. Okay, we're at 76. Let's see if the market can hang in there. This is, let's go opening bell. So let's look at a couple key spots here, right? We had some pretty strong 75, let's say 75.50 to 55 area. Let's see if the market is going to, maybe work its way down here, use this as a support zone, and then work its way back up towards the highs today. All-time highs up here at 75.17. We may not get there today. It'd be nice to see it happen for that butterfly spread. But if we're just trying to find some intraday structure, I mean, the market giving back a little bit, it might be a little bit too expensive or too uh, low probability to think we're going to fall all the way down to HVL today, or that positive negative pivot at 74.05. So realistically, if we just have a little bit of noise and the market can bounce off of this area, so maybe it's up, it's down, chops around, gets a bid, tries to work its way back up to the highs of the day, maybe ends up getting to 7,500. That still looks pretty good for our double up trade. If it's later in the day, and the absolute gex is still pretty solid, still pretty firm, I'm hoping it stays there, because that just means that there's more of an attractive level towards that gamma for the day. But this might also be filling up. So we will see how it plays out. I mean, it's crazy part. It's like, this is like the only candidate that I see is like, if I'm going to pin a price today, that seems to be the front runner. It's 7,500. Now that it's out of the money a little bit more, I might actually take this trade across the board. Let's go a little XSP. Maybe doing so 750. That's 7,500. That's not a bad. I mean, I'm risking 130 bucks. That's not a bad trade. So that gets me up to like almost 75.30. See if we can get this thing for like 270. See what this costs if I go 49. 260. Where do we open today? Opening bell was 77 to 90. All right. This is pretty cheap. All right. I'm going to see if I can get this trade in for 260. All right. I'm going to put in a fly for some of my managed accounts. Low risk. I'm going to let this one hang out at 260. All right. So pending order there. All right. We're getting filled at 260. I think. Yep. 260 is getting filled. Oh, what? Okay, hang on a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 260, 260, 260, 260. There we go. So I need to leave off on this one. All right, we're getting there. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm getting there. Okay, so we're dropping. We're at 74.60 right now. Okay. I might throw in another trade. I'm going to see if we get down to the HVL today. That's 7410. I'm going to put the same stuff on here for 7410. That'd be 7410. Let's see what this looks like. 4 wide, 4 wide. That's really low risk. 340. Okay. Just going across. So I'm just throwing some trades in here for XSP. This is low risk. Flies. All right. I will keep talking and entertaining in about 30 seconds. All right, trades are in. So, Waller speaking hawkish tones. Okay, fine. See if the market finds some structure in here. Like I said, previous levels from last night, intraday high yesterday. See if the market wants to bounce. Gap fill here. See if the market wants to bounce. Structurally gap up, retest, try to make its way back up here for the day. We'll see if it's contained. If it gives some of it back, there is a pretty wide open transition space. This, like I said, this is the scary part, is there's not really a lot in here, right? And that's why I'm taking this like dirt cheap trade, just in case if the market's going to give it back today and chew into this, like, whatever that rip was yesterday at 1 p.m. If it takes some of that back, then that is a very, very cost effective way to play, hopefully a double up that would pay. If it's contained and it just comes back into this structure here and works its way back up towards 75, because that's still the bigger gamma level and magnet for the day, then so be it. It's still there, right? It's still there. It's still there. But 50 is lighting up a little bit more. 7,400 is lighting up a little bit more. That's why I'm getting the trades in the way that I have them. So looked at the 741. Three. Okay. Come on. All right. So trades are in. Okay. Let's keep an eye on everything. Chart alarm, what was our intraday high? 99? Right around 74.99. Set a chart alarm. See if we get back to 7,500 today. Do we break down to, 20 or 10? That's my line in the sand for daily profit play. I'm obviously hoping that's, a safe level. I may look at some defense down there. I do have that butterfly spread, so my double ups will actually serve defense for daily profit play. If you want a specific defense for daily profit play, then we probably have to put in like a broken wing. Or you can get actually it's out of the money today. This actually might be an interesting way to play defense. Similar to what I did yesterday. Here's SPX. I'm still in both. Yes, Jeff. Yep, I'm still in both. I'll hang on to them. I'll see how price develops. I mean, there's no reason for me to bail on the 7,500 now that we're pulled back, 20, 30 points. No reason to bail because it's still there. All time high still at 75, 15, 17, whatever. It still is a gamma. It's still decent gamma volume, and it's still a pin price. So if that is going to matter later in the day, it's like we just need to get close to it. 74.95, 7,500, 75.05. Great. That looks pretty good. Okay, let me look at a defense trade there. The defense trade for daily profit play could be pretty cheap today. To the put side. Call side, I'm really not worried about defense of the call side at this point. If we take a look at dynamically where things are going, now the expected move high is around 75, 15 to 20. So I don't think that our 45 or 50 is going to be threatened. So I think our call side, we don't really need to throw on defense there. Put side, if this is starting to fill up to the downside, I want to have some defense around that like 7,400 handle. So this is a cheap way to trade it. See if I can structure this out. So this is my my put spread for daily profit play. An in the money broken wing call fly could be really cheap. So if I buy the 95, 74, 74.10, see that defense? This is worth 470 bucks. So I'm only risking $30 on this trade. Leslie, if you're in the room, this is the trade that I took yesterday that my max risk was 20 cents. It should be a 20-cent risk. So this trade right here, if I went a little bit wider, I mean, I would get $9.30 credit, so I can make up to 1,000, 1,400, like 1,400 bucks. But I'm risking 55, so I'd make this a little bit cheaper and say, you know what? If we're going to come down and threaten 74.10 or 7,400 and stay below that, this trade costs me, 50, 60 cents. I want it to be cheaper than that. I want it to be like 480, like cost me 10, 20 cents. That gives me a profit trap of, if we pin at 7,400, that's a $950 winner. But if it goes below 73.95, it's only going to cost us maybe 30, 40 cents. So I'm thinking, so there are a couple ways to trade this. One is that's cheap, where our max risk is only another like 40, 50 bucks. That's very cheap. But if I put it on this way, where I did a 20 by 05 type of broken wing, this is a small debit. Is it worth, 20 cents to protect, to have like a $1,500 profit trap? It's not 5 legs. It's only 3. You can never have more than 4 legs in a trade. If you're doing one big option contract, 4 legs, right, or 4 strikes. I've seen some people, if you're familiar with like the double diagonal or whatever, it's like here's your P&L. You have this like double diagonal calendar garbage that's like it looks like that. So you have like 4 puts and you have 4 calls. You build them out together and it's 8 legs. And you watch and see, like, do I get a winner on one way or the other? It's like, that's a lot to manage. I could not do that with my managed accounts. I could do that on one account, but not with both. So typically I stick with like 4 legs is probably the most. All right. This trade would be probably smart defense, if you ask me. Smart defense is, $20 debit. It can be cheaper. Now you can get a credit for it. There's $1,000 profit trap. But I kind of like the idea of having like a 1,500. Let me tighten this up a little bit. You know, 15 to 20 cents debit for a $1,500 profit trap. Are we going to fall below 7,400 today? That'd be a pretty horrendous day if we did. I mean, again, I don't think we're falling that low. My expected move box calculation gets us down to about 7,400. So obviously, if I'm going to try to pin something there, that would make some sense. I mean, that's pretty cheap. So is it worth the 15, 20 cents to take that trade? So here's the trade-off. I don't mind the trade. The only issue is if somehow price falls aggressively, I'm still taking on a lot more risk on that broken wing defense. Even though I have a profit trap here, little tiny debit, profit trap in here, and then I have on risk. I mean, I have risk on the broken wing, a lot more risk. If I did the in the money style, like this guy, so buy, sell, buy, something like that. I mean, this cost me, I don't know what I can fill for, but if I get filled for like 480 credit, 475 credit, I can make $500, you know, 400 net, $470. I can chew into this a little bit. I'd like the profit trap to be a tiny bit bigger if I can. But, you know, this is a throwaway of like, because if it doesn't get into the profit trap, I'm literally throwing away $40 or $50. I don't think we need the defense today. I'm obviously hoping that we don't. So the cost effective way to trade it would be, that's cheap, right? But I'm going to throw away 40, $50. If I'm going to throw 40, $50 away, I might as well do it with a profit trap of $1,500. Then I can throw away $5, $10, $15. Like right there, if I throw that away, that's throwing away $25. This is throwing away nothing. I would pull in like maybe 10 to 15 cents credit, but I have a lot more risk. So that's the trade-off, right? Bouncing off the highs, yeah. I'm not surprised. I think we still get back to 7,500 today. If I'm looking at Gamma today, positive flows. Okay. This is still maintaining a pretty good posture for absolute GEX at 75 million. I mean, if the market's going to try to get there today, let's freaking get it, man. Let's see if we can stick at 75 later in the day and grab a nice win on double ups. If it's worth a few $100, easy peasy. Okay. So I'm still finding some encouragement by 7,500 being a level that hits, you know, later today, maybe after, you know, 12 p.m. or 2 p.m. That trade gets a lot more profitable by that window. Okay. But we'll see. So I'm just debating on the bottom side defense. I mean, this one is fine. That puts my pin. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get filled at like let me see if I can get 10 cents credit. You sneaky dog, you. So I'll go 5 cents credit. I should get filled at 10 though. That's so annoying. 5 cents credit adds a little bit more to my Iron Condor, gives me $1,000 profit trap around that pin price at 74. I don't think I need it, but it's better than paying a debit. And I also have a 20 wide butterfly here for double ups that could also help offset it. So let's see if this will fill 5 cents. All right, so I got a tiny little 5 cent defense. That's a $1,000 profit trap. So in double up, if you want the defense, 522. This is going to be bottom defense. 7415, 7405, 7380. Expected move box low is 7399. This broken wing butterfly provides a trap with break-even price at 7395. All right, so a little defense there. So we're hanging in there for engineered options. I'm gonna probably close these out near the end of the day. It'd be nice to see price get back up to 74.90, 7,500. We're back up to 74.80 right now. So, market's responding a little bit off that previous high yesterday. That's encouraging. That's a good sign that, that response right there is good. If we come back up to try to get to the intraday high at 74.99, that makes our double up trade look even better this morning. Okay. All right, let's get this all organized. So I'll keep an eye on XSP for my entry options. I will likely take profit near the end of the day if we're still hanging out around 7,500. These will look better. I should have over $100 net profit, and I'll take maybe 70%, 75% of the max credit. Close it out. Not worry about Tuesday. We'll come into fresh trades on Tuesday. SPX, got to do some organization here. What was filled? There's that cheap defense. 73.80, 74.05, and 74.15. Those are all puts, so that's bottom defense. And this one is a cheap. This is for double up. Okay. So double up is in. Daily profit play is in. Bottom defense is in. Double up is in. Right now I'm kind of mapped out for the day to see where things settle. Yep. So my takeaway for the day is this. 7,500 looks gettable. Okay. We can come back to revisit 7,500. The first thing I will do is if my chart alarm goes off at 7,500, I want to take a look and see what this one is paying. Because if we're back to 7,500 or 7,505 and we're getting closer to my center price, this one should be worth a few $100. To me, it's probably worth it to protect that profit, especially if it's worth like, let's say $250 to $300 plus dollars, because my max risk on the other one is 95 cents. So if I can net out between the two a couple $100, I'm probably just going to take that profit. All right. So for today, daily profit play levels look pretty good. I think we're going to have a full winner. We should have a full winner on daily profit play. I think our call side, put side looks pretty solid. News breakers, we're done. We took a profit on NVIDIA and Target this week. Double ups, we have the 7,500 and the 7,400 area. That's what I'm watching for. Engineered options, I'm looking to protect some profit later in the day. We're still sitting, in the money on both of those, which is what we want. Actually, no, because their credit spreads, I'm sitting out of the money, which is what we want. Sorry. So we're out of the money on those trades, but I want to see if I can get like that 70+% max credit, close it by today, near the end of the day, versus sitting and waiting by Tuesday. Okay. I don't mind waiting, but like I said, for me, like the extra, $30, $40 with whatever the weekend might come in with, I don't want to see the market. I mean, if you remember, was it last week? Last week, I didn't close it on, I'm trying to think what happened. Like I didn't close it end of the day on Friday, or it must have been Thursday, because I remember like I was meeting with Lance before he was coming out here to Salt Lake City. So he and I talked for like an hour. We took it into closing bell. And then Friday, the market was down like 1%. And so I ended up taking like the break even trade, and net was like, we still won the week, but it was frustrating to see that we had like 80+% of max credit and profit on Thursday. And then Friday morning, I was like, well, I guess I took, 1/3 of my profit, which is kind of frustrating. So I don't want that to happen today. Going into a holiday weekend, I mean, not that anything terrible is going to happen over the weekend, but to me, I just like the fact that I'd only be sacrificing maybe $30, $40, but I take home, $110. That's not bad. Okay. All right. So Project Options Edge, new trade for, what was my new trade today? IBM. I'm going to put that in the tracker. So I need to put in Walmart in there as well. So 142 is it was yesterday's trade. And today was IBM. So Walmart is a 319 expiration. Buy the 100 put, sell the 90, sell the 85, and sell the 80. Pulled in 265 credit. Break even is around $80.78. Ratio spread plus naked puts. All right. Trade on IBM. $160, $150. That was $1.65 today. So I pull in 10, 155, 154. All right. So that's in the tracker. There we go. All right. Tracker's updated for Project Options Edge. Double up and get the tracker updated for today with our 2 trades in. Hopefully we can land a winner there and get some net profit. Daily profit play, update that as well for our daily profit play today. Fabian. So the defense trade that I took is going to require that it should be less than that. My trade's going to require that defense trade that I put in for 5 cents credit. I'm trading a margin account, requires $14.95 in buying power. Again, if you want something cheaper for defense, you can certainly go a lot cheaper. You don't have to take that much buying power. If you did the like 73.90, 73.95, or I guess 73.95, 7,400, this is a in the money. Like this is dirt cheap, man. This is going to cost like 20 to 30 cents max risk. Buying power might be about $480, but that's a very cheap way to play defense. That way, I mean, it's probably going to be a max risk of 20 cents. Like you're not going to get anything for it. You're probably going to throw away 20 cents. But the trade-off is if price is below $73.95, you make $480 or $475, whatever it fills for. So that's way cheaper, more cost effective than the 5 cents credit that I took. But I mean, for me, it's like anytime I'm trading 0DT, I'm probably giving myself wiggle room for, buying power of $3,000 to $5,000 a day. My max risk, I'd like to keep my max risk less than that, obviously, but buying power probably somewhere between 3 and 5K a day is what I'm playing with. That gives me, I can run my SPX 0DT. I can get some trades in an XSP. I can trade engineered options and Flashpoint and double ups. I mean, I'm all over the place, but I'm probably playing around with that type of buying power every single day. Workday trade. Nice. Workday. Is it really up that much? It's not that. Is it? I don't think it's going to fill. Do you think it's going to fill? Workday. Ratio spread. Holy crap. This trade's been open for 20. So it's been open 3 days. It's up 85%. Wow. Did Workday just rip to the upside then? That's crazy. What did we do on that one? 110 by 105 out 27 days. I mean, that's a pretty good take. Now I only have a $5 profit trap here. Probability of profit on Workday. That was Workday was a Project Options Edge. So I was looking at Workday because of earnings, but I structured the trade because of the way I looked at the chart is like Project Options Edge is probably a better setup for Workday. So if that's true and you can close that thing out for like 80 to 85 cents profit, I don't think it's worth hanging on for the trade another 27 days. There's my thoughts, but it may not close there either. So let me see if I can close this thing out. If that's the case, that's a good win. So this is going to be project. So this is a ratio spread for project options edge. If I can close this out right now for 15 cents credit or 15 cents debit, that's a pretty good win. Let me see. Did I take this on multiple? Okay, I did this I mean, if I can close this thing out, I'm going to close this across the board. That's an easy. I mean, let's go like $9 and $85. I mean, I'm up $765. I'd take that for a little easy 3-day winner. Question is can I close it out for like 15 or 20 cents debit? Not worry about it. Let's see if this will close for. I'll try 15-cent debit. Nope. Let's try 20 cents debit and just get it over with. Nope. I mean, we still have like a 90% chance of profit on the trade. Any assignment on this thing, it'd be like maybe a 6% chance of assignment. IV rank is retreated. I think we looked at this with like an 80 to 90 IV rank. Now it's 61. So I'm hoping within the expected move, this stays pretty safe. All right. I'm not going to close it yet. If you can get out for 15 cents, try, but I'm not getting filled at even 20 cents. Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to try to close it, Russ, let me know if you can close it. I don't think it's going to fill at 15 or 20 cents. Mine is not filling, but I will keep an eye on that one. Okay, good. All right, good till canceled for 15 cents. Got it. Yeah, if we sit in over the weekend and maybe on Tuesday, I mean, the good thing is time is our friend here. I mean, time is working for us. There's only 27 days left. Is this thing going to dump, down? Basically, it's got to drop $20 for us to take on any real heat, right? And that's our pin. That's our pin price at 105. So I mean, if we get into trouble, we might actually have a profit trap where it looks like this. So price is trading at. So here's price. Price is at 126. Right here. Okay. My trade is a dollar credit with a profit trap and my additional like profit trap and then into break even and risk. So we have a dollar credit on the trade. We have the 110 right here. We have the perfect trap price at 105. I have my profit trap goes to break even at 100. My break even price is 99. So as long as price stays above $99, we actually don't have risk on the trade. There's volatility, of course, but like as long as price stays above 99, which gives us about a $26 buffer right now, $26, $27 buffer. As long as price is above 99, we should be able to grab some profit on this trade. So if we're just going to hang out, maybe bounce around, but I think I'm going to hang on to a little bit longer. The nice part is if price does drop a little bit lower, let's say to like 115, as we get nearer to expiration, we might actually see the P&L of this trade offer a little bit of a bonus profit early before we start filling up for the actual bonus profit near expiration. So we might actually get a little bit of excess here where there might be a way we can take in more than $100. That'll just be maybe the week or so in expiration. So if we're coming out to like, June, whatever, 15th, 16th, 17th, we'll see where price is at. Okay. All right. We're at 74.78. You know what's going to be really annoying today is if price closes at 74.77 and is right where it opened. That's going to be annoying. However, there's still a decent gamma at 7,500. I'm hoping that we can at least go up and try to poke that later in the day. That'd be good for double ups. 75 and 50 are potential candidates. They're just not there yet, filling up. I'm hopeful that we can still see like at least a test of 7,500. I will be monitoring. If we get back up to the highs again today, that might be a good opportunity to look at double ups and see what that is trading for. If that double up butterfly is up $200, $300, I might just take the profit, and then I'll eat the risk on the 74.05. That was $95. I mean, I'm trying to make, if I can net out like $200 to $300 today on double ups, I'd be happy. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Any other thoughts? So just a quick summary for today. Daily profit play looks pretty good. Newsbreakers, nice week in newsbreakers. Winner on target, winner on NVIDIA. Double ups. See if we can grab a winner today. Engineered options. I will watch and see. I will probably close out for the end of the day, even if we're sideways later in the day. If I'm up over $100 on the two trades, my net profit's 150. So if I'm up over $100, I'm probably going to take it. Flashpoint income. Pending orders are in for the day. If they don't get filled, they will be removed. If we have a push lower today, we might see Flashpoint trigger. That actually looks good for a pop next week, which should get us a trade by Tuesday, Wednesday. Project Options Edge, pretty active this week. Added in, so we had Workday, we had Domino's Pizza, we had Walmart, we had IBM. So added 4 more trades to Project Options Edge this week. Those are good. Okay. Any other questions for me today? Deanna, if we want to run another live stream, I'm not sure if I have one today. I can check with the team. I might have another webinar today at 2:00. But anyway, if we want to run the live stream, let's go a little Flashpoint income. I'll give a little preview for it. You've probably heard about it all week. Lance and I, he was out here this past weekend. Came out to Utah. We did a big premiere on Sunday. We're already, in the service, we're 2 for 2. The last couple months trading this thing live, it is 9 winners out of 11 trades, which is great. If you are liking engineered options, which I'll just share really quickly, here's some evidence on engineered options. Yes, yes, yes. For what service? Yep, let me do it. Okay, let me get you the 2 for double ups then. I don't think I didn't share it. Let me see if I get both these to copy at the same time. Okay, let me see if I can copy both these. All right, I'll post this in the chat for you. Yep. So double ups, the one was dirt cheap, the other one was fine. All right. So hang on here. Okay. Uh, 7,500 still the largest gamma level magnet for the day. All right, that's in for double ups for one-click trading. What is going to show in engineered options is in the spirit of engineered options, which this will be updated to 18 out of 19 weeks. So 18 out of 19 weeks we've been trading engineered options, we are winning those weeks. 94.7% of our trades winning. That's freaking awesome. On all the trades combined, every trade I've taken, this would be adding another likely 2 winners today. So that brings us up to 41 winners out of what is that, 41 and 11. So 41 winners out of 52 trades. Not bad. Brings my win rate probably closer to 80%. But to me, more importantly on engineered options is it's the group. Okay. And then we take something like Flashpoint income. The reason I like Flashpoint income is because the intraday pain that is basically rewarded for very quick 0 DTE flows, we take advantage of this quick like injection of cash, and basically, the pain points hit the markets. Flashpoint is like these calculated levels based on gamma, dealer pain points, and volatility. And we get like a 1-day pump where it's like, it doesn't have to be a big move. It could be like the market rips up like 0.2%, 0.3%. It's enough to turn our profits into somewhere between about 30% return, 40% return. Those are great winners for a Flashpoint. And then we also manage the trade a little bit more aggressively. So our average winner is about 30 to 35, 40%. Our average loser is about 30%. So when it's managed, you're looking at like a 1-to-1 reward to risk with a very aggressive, we get like the engine of 0 DTE, but we can take advantage of like the proper, time premium. Anyway, it's math. Okay. But because engineered options is so good about stacking levels, I just thought, why chase the market when we don't have to? I don't want to chase the market. Let price come to us in these pullbacks. And the crazy part about Flashpoint, you'll see it in the session. Flashpoint's win rate has continued to improve dramatically each year. In 2022, when the zero DT stuff started, it was about a 59% win rate. And then it went up to 68%. And then it went up to 77%. And now it's up to as high as 86% since like last year's Flashpoint, 86% of those trades were winners. Zero DTE is literally the most powerful force in markets right now. Is Flashpoint a zero DT course? No, we're not taking zero DT trades, but we are benefiting from the flows and the accelerant of zero DT trading. That's a good thing, but it's not an all or nothing trade, which is how we can manage those winners and losers so effectively. So it really is like mechanically, it's one of my favorite deep dives into trading. Engineering options has been so successful. I wanted to take that and concentrate it into a slightly smaller window. And so we're going to like this 0 to 2 day window for Flashpoint. That's my intro. Hopefully I didn't lose anybody with like, this is too confusing. It's really not, because all we're doing every single day is this. I'll show you the alert and I'll let Deanna play the session. So every single morning, the alert posts. All I have to do is follow the alert with a pending order. That's it. So my life is very easy with Flashpoint income because it's all calculated, given to us, spoon-fed to us. I just put in the pending order and I'm done. If the order gets filled, then we look to manage it within a day. That's it. So like you talk about letting price come to us. What's nice about Flashpoint is any day the market is down, most traders are like, oh shit, the market's down. What do I do? Flashpoint's like, come to Papa. And we get those little pops within a day, same day or next day. We make money on Flashpoint while everyone's like, oh, what a crappy day the market had. We turned that into profit. So we should love the buy the dips. Yeah. So anyway, hope that's a good introduction. Deanna, if you want to grab the screen, go ahead and grab it. Let's do a little session for Flashpoint. Also, if you become a member of Flashpoint, check out the core strategy video. Check out your masterclass from Monday of this week, because it was just core strategy review. And then yesterday was a 2+ hour session. We got a little bit more in the weeds. I had a little disruption. I think I started the class with my kid on my lap because he's been sick. It's been a whole thing this week. But anyway, he started on my lap and then he wasn't. So it's a little slow start because I'm back and forth, upstairs, downstairs. But once we got in the swing of things, we shared a lot of information yesterday. It is a pretty long session, but I covered a lot of ground. So more importantly is, can you get the Flashpoint alerts? Can you follow inside the broker platform, place the pending order every single day? That's all we have to do. That's like the nuts and bolts of the strategy. I think everyone in this room can do it. Okay. All right. Thanks, Yana. All right. If we have a live stream ready to go and play that, and then we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Daily profit play looking pretty good. Keep an eye on engineered options. Look for Telegram updates from me. Hopefully, double ups will maybe revisit that 7,500 level today, and we can grab a couple bucks out of that, and we'll talk soon. All right. Thanks, Eric. Hey, Eric, tell Andrew that. Andrew, I'm giving you a hard time. If you're still here, man, I love you, dude. I'm just giving you a hard time because you caught me in look, it's been a long week. I literally have been going off a couple hours of sleep the last couple nights. But I think if you stuck around today, it might be all over the place, but it's kind of controlled chaos because there's a purpose for everything that we're doing. Right? But if Andrew's gone, it's okay. Maybe we can win him back someday. All right. Good stuff. All right. Thanks, everybody. Keep an eye on Telegram. Stick around for some Flashpoint income. And if you become a member, jump inside the classroom, check out those little videos. Give me 60 minutes of your time as a member, right? Jump in the core strategy, watch the masterclass from Monday. You're going to be up to speed, ready to take trades with me next week. Cool? All right. Thanks, everybody. All right. I'll see you soon. Deanna, you got the screen? Good? I'm sharing. I'm gonna stop right now. You can have it. Yeah. Okay. You got it now. All right. Let's see if that pops up. Okay. Double click. There we go. We're good. Okay. Cool. Stick around, everybody. I'll see you soon. Thanks, Deanna. Let me know if there's volume, everybody. I'm not hearing volume yet, Deanna. Looks good. All right, thanks.